It's your favorite duo, Nathan Anthony and Cory Tyndall, coming at you guys again with the chemistry of volcanoes today. Strap in, this should be a good one. So to start, we'll give an introduction and some background history about volcanoes. As you can see, the first volcano here that is pictured was Mount Etna, and it's the oldest volcano in the world. Of course, you can find it in Italy, and it dates all the way back to 1500 BC. Now, there are three kinds of volcanoes. One volcano is the shield volcano, which is a type of volcano usually composed almost entirely of fluid lava flows. It is named for its low profile, which resembles a warrior shield lying on the ground. This is caused by the highly fluid and low viscosity lava erupted, which travels further than any lava erupted from a stratovolcano, which we'll get into next, and results in a steady accumulation of broad sheets of lava, building up the shield volcano's distinctive form. Now, as I mentioned, the stratovolcano is a much larger volcano with much more dangerous explosions, and is a volcano built up of alternate layers of lava and ash that are erupted out of the volcano whenever it erupts. And so the next one is a cylinder volcano, which is the simplest form of volcano, and it is built from particles of congealed lava ejected from a single vent. As the gas-charged lava is blown violently into the air, it breaks into small fragments that solidify and fall as cylinders around of the vent to form a circular shape for the volcano. Now, volcanoes can either be active, dormant, or extinct. Now, these three terms are pretty self-explanatory. Active means that they are currently able to erupt at any time. Dormant, they're basically like asleep, and so they have the ability to erupt once there's an earthquake or the plates shift in a certain way and the lava rises, but currently they are like asleep in a sense, and they're just waiting to wake up. And extinct clearly means that they cannot actually erupt anymore, and they won't ever erupt again since they're extinct. The area of danger for volcanic eruption is up to 20 miles, a radius of up to 20 miles from the volcano. So once a volcano erupts, you must flee the area. You have to go very, very far if you want to be free from any sort of injury or damage, that kind of thing. And then more than 80% of the Earth's surface is actually volcanic in origin, as that means volcanoes eruption, like the lava flow, when it hardens, a lot of it is actually that lava that is hardened. And some more facts, there's actually 20 volcanoes that are active right now and erupting. The largest volcano isn't actually on Earth, it is on Mars. And then the seafloor and some mountains were formed by countless volcanic eruptions. Gaseous emissions from volcano formed the Earth's atmosphere.
Main focus on the video today. It is called a glowing avalanche. Now, this occurs when freshly erupted magma forms hot pyroclastic flow, which can have temperatures up to 1,200 degrees. Now, that is something that would just take your foot right off. And what's even more scary about it is it can have top speeds up to several hundred kilometers per hour, and can even reach up to 40 kilometers in diameter. Now, before we get into how an actual volcano erupts, we conducted a little experiment. Every third grader's dream, a baking soda and vinegar volcano. Now, if you want to do this on your own, all you can do is you can either buy a set like we did off of Amazon, or you can make a paper mache one yourself, which, can take up some time, so. And what you gotta do is fill half of the tube with baking soda, like ours had a little tube that went in the top, and the other half with vinegar. Now when you combine these, there's just a little chemical reaction, and you can see the bubbles coming out of the volcano and down the sides. Very similar to a real life one, but much less drastic and doesn't really harm anyone. We'll be showing you the experiment, and I'm warning you right now, it is absolutely insane. Vinegar. Baking soda. Absolutely insane.
What a madman. Alright, cut.
How or why does a volcano erupt? Now, volcanoes erupt when molten rock or magma that is inside of the volcano begin to rise to the top and spill out. Magma is when Earth's mantle melts. Now, melting may occur where tectonic plates are pulling apart or where one plate is pushed down under another. Magma is lighter in density than rock, so it tends to rise towards the top of the surface and build up a pressure, and these bubbles of gases are formed and we'll talk about these gases later. Those bubbles of gases are formed underneath of the magma, and this becomes, the pressure that's there becomes too much, and the magma shoots up in an explosive way, which tends to be very dangerous for the surrounding areas.
Now, when a volcano erupts, lava isn't the only thing that comes out of it. I know, seems absolutely insane, right? Well, there are many different substances, and I'm going to be telling you the main ones that come out of a volcano. The first one, which most people probably know, is carbon dioxide, which is a colorless gas that has a density of about 6% higher than dry air. Now, what the significance of it is that it's a greenhouse gas. So what it does is it contributes to the warming of the earth, causing global warming. So it's not that good when you really think about it. The next thing that it produces is sulfur dioxide, which is an invisible toxic gas that smells a lot like a burnt match when it's near you. Now what this does is it reacts very easily with other harmful compounds, such as sulfuric acid, water, and air. And what forms from this is acid rain, again, causing major problems on our Earth. The next thing that it produces is hydrogen sulfide. Now, hydrogen sulfide may seem like something you don't know, but really, it's something that we all use every day. It is the acid that is inside our human stomachs that help us digest food. Now, you'll know when this is around because it has an odor like rotten eggs. It just smells terrible. And as you can tell by it digesting food, it's a pretty strong acid, so it's extremely hazardous, and you gotta stay away from it. The next thing that a volcanic eruption produces is hydrochloric acid, which is a colorless inorganic chemical system. It is very acidic and can attack skin over a wide composition range. So if this thing gets on your skin, it'll just eat through it. The next thing that we have which also is very dangerous, as you can tell, is carbon monoxide, which is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. But it's very flammable. So what it does is it reacts to other pollutants to form a very harmful ground level ozone. And obviously the last thing that a volcanic eruption produces is water. And we can all see what water does. It doesn't really have that many effects on our Earth. So this concludes our video. Remember that lava isn't the only thing that is released from a volcanic eruption. There are many other things like hydrogen sulfide and carbon monoxide that can really affect you as a human and on Earth. Please like and subscribe. And also, would you please go check out the video, Rob the basketball player, for some love and support for him too. Thank you. Peace.